Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of Have You Heard? My name's Richard, and if you've seen a few of our videos over the past 4 weeks or so, you'll see that we've kind of generally focused on progressive rock, classic rock, that kind of stuff, I guess, and well-known artists that have their own particular genre, like Kate Bush and Joni Mitchell. Today we're swerving slightly left field because we're doing Talking Heads. I was thinking, well, we've got to keep things interesting and we've got to change things up a little bit. And you can't get more interesting than the Talking Heads. So here we go. The album we're focusing on today is more songs about buildings and food. 1978 was the release, the same year that Yes released Tomato. Again, all of these timelines and narratives all squashed together and tend to confuse my aging mind a little bit. Yes, and Talking Heads, but of course, of course. Now then, Talking Heads, were they a punk band? Well, they sort of came out of the New York CBGB's scene, but more new wave probably, surely. Now, I was in South Africa in 1978, and you didn't get to hear too much stuff like that on the radio, so I'd read the NME, music magazines, and take a chance on buying an album that sounds like it's good, and try and keep up to date that way. And that's how I bought this particular album. This is the first Talking Heads album that I bought. And it's such an interesting album because there's the spiky, jagged David Byrne early songs, some of which are brilliant. And when you listen to them with a more mature ear, like 50 years later, on headphones, they sound incredible. Then there's The Big Country, which we're going to listen to today, because this is the song that really threw me off guard. I was expecting more of the punky new wave stuff, and then along comes The Big Country, which feels classic rock to me, I think, and it immediately settled in my brain very easily and comfortably, and I loved it. And I thought, just what the heck are these guys going to do in the future? So we'll talk a bit more about Talking Heads just now, but let's listen to the song now, shall we? Trusty headphones, here we come. The dreaded Spotify. Here we go. That's Jerry Harrison on slide guitar.
I see the shapes I remember from maps. I see the shoreline. I see the white caps, a baseball diamond. Nice weather down there. I see the school and the houses where the kids are, places to park by the factories and buildings, restaurants and bars for later in the evening. When we come to the farmlands and the undeveloped areas, and I have learned how these things work together. I guess the air is clean. I guess those people have fun with their neighbors and friends. Look at that kitchen and all of that food. Look at them eating. I guess it tastes real good. They're growing in those farmlands, then they bring it to the store. They put it in the car trunk, then they bring it back home. And I say, I wouldn't live there if you paid me. I wouldn't live like that, no siree. I wouldn't do the things the way those people do. I wouldn't live there if you paid me to. I'm tired of looking out the window of the airplane. I'm tired of traveling. I want to be somewhere. It's not even worth talking about those people down there.
It's a thought-provoking song. The lyrics. What do you make of the lyrics? Is it an indictment on 1978 United States of America? Is it a satire on urban paranoia? I wouldn't live there if you paid me to. All of the decent things that the general public do, David there is sneering at, isn't he, really? You wouldn't get me doing that stuff. Tongue-in-cheek. It's open to so many different interpretations, which I guess is what he was wanting, I would imagine. But the song, The Big Country, also refers to the album cover. Let me grab the album cover again. And it's a clever album cover. Those of you, I'm sure, who have it know it. But you've got this map of the USA there. And it's made up, apparently, according to the blurb on the cover, of 569 satellite photo images taken digitally. And each of those 569 photos, there are made up of 4 other photos. But then all the colours and the photos are transferred to analog and given different colours, and then it gets really confusing. But it can be put to really good use, and it was put to good use. Checking on things like mapping for ice and forest fire damage and which crops are being harvested where, and just air pollution, land pollution, all kinds of things that need to be investigated, but obviously in totality from a distance. And then on the front cover, he's gone and taken 569 photos of the band and made a mosaic of them on the front cover, which probably isn't quite as exciting and interesting as the big country. But anyway, Talking Heads, I mean, they went on to do even more wonderful and greater things, of course, and I would imagine that we will be looking at them in the future on the channel. The channel, as some of you have hopefully seen a couple of my videos, the vision of the channel is to eventually build a community where we can listen to more obscure songs, not necessarily from the big artists, but from more obscure artists as well, but that are wonderful and need to be shared. And I'm kind of using at the moment the amount of reaction videos that you find on YouTube to weed out songs that are underappreciated. This is one of them. There's only one reaction of this, and it's a bit of a strange one, with all due respect to the gentleman who did the reaction, and it's quite a while ago. So yeah, however, I need to build that community, and so not too many of the songs we've done so far are that obscure, although in reaction channel terms they probably are. But I would imagine that there's lots of people who know all of these songs that are watching. But I'm a little bit like a new child in a new school at the moment, and I'm running around the playground saying, will you be my friend? Yeah. So I'm trying to build the community. So I'm trying to encourage people to like and subscribe, and hopefully you enjoy the videos. And as we build that community, we can then make the channel even more interesting by branching out a little bit. And I guess the Talking Heads is branching out a little bit on what we've been doing so far. So anyway, thank you very much for listening to me waffle on. Thank you for watching the video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed before. Every video there's an update, and we're now up to 73 subscriptions. It's about a 40% increase in a week, which is great, but it sounds more wonderful because there's not very many. But please share if you like this and think someone else would like it. Have a look back at the previous videos. I'm looking at a few of the early ones through my fingers a little bit because I'm a little bit stilted and nervous. Still am a little, but I feel I'm a little bit more comfortable now than I was before. But anyway, please do subscribe, make comments. A few more comments are appearing now, and I do read every single comment and respond if I feel the need to. So yeah, enjoy the video. Thank you very much. Look back on the old ones if you can, and I'll be posting a video every day, so I look forward to seeing you again. So until the next video, cheers everybody.